Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast LA skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win. Sliding
out of the pocket. And he's got it complete to Anderson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
I'm going to run you over.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That's how we do it.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Hurd stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We'll look now at our starting defense. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
2nd and 5. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Get ready. Get ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. It's James. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On first down, Hurd, and an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 72 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. This one caught by Winslow. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That's caught by Ware. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 2nd and 1. He's got it. This is Ware. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On second down now, Hurd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
90 Wolf. We own you. We own you.
On third down, Hurd. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's James.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. James. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hurd. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cheifs. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cheifs have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. He will find Winslow. That's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with James. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
60 outlaw.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. James has got it, complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Kansas City, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.